Welcome back to the Real Estate Reserve Podcast. I'm Jason Bound from Hard Money Bankers, co-host Ian Horowitz from Equity Warehouse, and back in studio, Tom Dunkle, managing principal at Eagle Capital Investments, with our popular segment called The Deal That Changed My Life. Welcome back, Tom. Looking forward to seeing you again and hearing from you. Maybe just give everybody a quick overview about yourself, and then we can dive back into a deal that changed your life.
Sure. Yeah, Jason, Ian, thanks again. Great being with you guys. So I'm Tom Dunkle. I'm the managing principal at Eagle Capital Investments. We invest in multifamily and self-storage, all kinds of things. And basically, I'm giving my investors a way to leverage the network I've built over the last 19 years in real estate, so they can take advantage of my network, my experience, and invest alongside me in some great deals. So that's what I'm up to.
Nice. That's in the show notes. It was in the show notes a few weeks ago. Why don't you tell us about a deal that changed your life? It could be good. It could be bad. It could be just a standard run-of-the-mill deal that you got a great learning lesson on. I'd love to hear. I mean, talking to you a few weeks ago, it was you got a vast majority of knowledge and been in a vast majority of deals. So I'm really excited to hear the deal that changed your life.
Sure. Well, there's been a lot of deals. A lot of them were bad, I have to say, but I can't talk about those, man. I can't talk about those. Other than to say that it's going to happen, right? Everybody's out there. It's just like anything else. You're doing something long enough, you're gonna get into a bad deal. You just got to battle your way through and make the best out of it. But the deal that changed my life, I would have to say, happened in 2018. So just a quick refresher from the last episode. So I started out in corporate world, did some cool stuff in mergers and acquisitions, had a nice little career going, got into real estate in 2006 and got creamed those next few years. But I persisted. I was determined to build a business of my own. And so in 2010, I partnered up with Joe Downs and we built a distressed mortgage debt company called U.S. Mortgage Resolution. And, we were banging around with that company. We had, raised a little bit of money, had some success early on. And then, that business, for anyone who's might be familiar with it, it's a very hot and cold business. When things are good, things are really good. When things are bad, it's like cold as ice, kind of like it is outside right now. But there was a period of time when the banks that we buy loans from are very highly regulated, and so there when there's an administration in DC that's really locking down and they're really making the regulations tough, banks just kind of stop. They kind of freeze and they stop selling their loans, which was the lifeblood of our business. So that happened from like 2015, 16, 17. Then things started loosening up. 2018. Because there's this backlog of bad loans on the books in these banks that we do business with, we did a deal in 2018 that absolutely changed our lives because we bought $200 million worth of loans. That was the unpaid principal balance. We paid about $12 million. So do the math on that. Big discount, right? So that 12, and we raised money from outside investors to do that, but we had a pretty generous split deal with them. So we were able to take down that trade, $12 million. We returned money to our investors, plus, a really, really nice return. And then Joe and I were able to come away with our split with the rest. And it was a life-changing kind of year. So we made a ton of money, and that's allowed us to, do other things in real estate. We tried some hard money lending, like trying to be like hard money bankers, and failed at that. But anyway, it was just it was truly a life-changing deal. But we were ready for it because we had put in the work. We'd put in the put in the systems and processes. We had the relationships. And so when that opportunity came along, we were able to seize it. And so for folks out there who are looking to build their business or, do some big deal, you got to do the foundational work and put yourself in the way of opportunity. and then, something cool like this might happen to you.
Well, my key takeaway on that is when you said we were ready for it, because so many folks aren't necessarily, they have the wrong, the right opportunity at the right time, or the wrong time for the right opportunity, or, the wrong opportunity at the right time, whatever variation. And you had the right opportunity at the right time. And, I think about that all the time. And I think that's very, very important. Like, there's too many investors out there that want to get involved in a particular deal that they're just not ready for. They don't have the resources, they don't have the capital, they don't have the time, and that's okay. You pass on it, and at some point it will, and find a deal that matches that. So I like that a lot. One other quick follow-up question related to that. So that was obviously a big portfolio of non-performing notes.
That's right.
Did you guys go through those? Well, two sides. On the underwriting side on it, did you underwrite each individual note individually, for the most part? And then did you creatively unload each one of them kind of individually, or did you just kind of flip the whole pool to the next party?
Yeah, great question, Jason. So yeah, when I said that we were ready, it's because from the time we started the business in 2010 up until that big trade in 2018, right? We were 8-year overnight success story, right? So, but leading up to then, we knew we wanted to kind of get upstream, right? So we had been, from that time, 2010 and 2018, we were, doing the networking, trying to get up the chain. We were putting the systems in place. So we did do loan level due diligence on that pool. I forget how many assets were in there, but we built the system so that we could, because that's the best way to, get the best price and really understand what it is that you're buying. I know there are people out there who just do like a blanket kind of look at the portfolio and just sort of throw a, percentage on it. And that's kind of how they come up with their valuation. But we went many, many, many layers deeper. And so we still use that same system today. But the other thing we did was we built out what we call our downline. So we were going to the industry conferences, we were doing the networking, we were letting people know, like, hey, because this trade didn't come out of nowhere. Like, we knew it was coming. We had a year or more to prepare for it. But even before that, we were building our downline of buyers. Because like you alluded to, Jason, when you buy a pool of distressed debt, non-performing debt, you can either do something with the borrower, you can do some kind of workout or discounted payoff, or you can sell that loan, to the next guy in line, and you can make a little markup, but it still leaves meat on the bone for them to make a nice return as well. So we had built out that downline so that we were able to really unload a lot of that product along the way.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I mean, I think a lot of people are fantasizing, $200 million to $12 million delta, what it looks like, but we all know there's taxes and insurance and fines and bankruptcies and all kinds of other crap that, there's still a massive delta, but maybe not as big as what some people dream. But dude, that's awesome. Right. It's funny that you say 7-8 year mark, because that's where we had the deal that changed our life, was around 7 years. It's you got to be in the game. We talked about it in the other episode. You got to be in the game.
Cool.
You got to be doing deals. And if you can stay long enough, you will find something to make money on.
That's right.
If you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. But with that being said, dude, that's awesome. Where's the best place people can find you on the internet? They want to learn more about what you're doing and get on your next gigantic trade.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Jason, Ian, always great being with you guys. Yeah, I'm Tom Dunkle. I'm the managing principal at Eagle Capital Investments. You can find us at eaglecapitalinvestments.com, where you can go to our website there and get a free resource, our safe investing ebook. So as an investor in these private deals that we all see, you can get your questions answered, ask the right questions, get the questions answered, and make a great investment decision.
Can't be in the game if you don't reach out. So we appreciate you, how transparent you've been on both our shows. And we appreciate you guys. If you got any value out of this, as you can see, Tom's just a regular dude doing deals. I don't want to take anything away from him, but he is just one of us, just doing deals, and he's in the market So if you got any value, please share it. We don't care about the likes and subscribes, and we will catch you all on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Real Estate Reserve Podcast. Do us a favor and like, comment, and share our broadcast. It helps the algorithm and helps us spread the word too. Till next time, thank you for tuning in.